The NFL draft is on Thursday. The Houston Texans have the 25th pick in the first round. And we are building a big board for what the Texans should do using the unintentionally erotic language of Lance Zerline's draft profiles on NFL.com. Lance, of course, from John and Lance Mornings here on ESPN 975. You can hear that show 7 to 10. We already have a bunch of players on our big board. At guard, Donovan Jackson from Ohio State, Tyler Booker from Alabama, Tate Ratledge from Georgia, Jonah Savainia from Arizona, Joe Huber from Wisconsin. At wide receiver, which we did earlier this week, Travis Hunter from Colorado, Tetoroya McMillian from Arizona, Jack Beck from TCU, Jalen Royals from Utah State, and at tackle, Armand Membu from Mizzou, Josh Simmons from Ohio State, Ozzie Trapillo from Boston College, Anthony Belton from NC State, Arante Irsari from Minnesota, and Charles Grant from William and Mary. Today, we are going to take a look at defensive tackles. Hit it!
You know Lance Zerline for his mock drafts.
This is where the problems start in my hometown. I pass on C.J. Stroud.
But have you ever read his scouting reports?
Look at the body. Look at that bubble butt. They're power generators right there.
We're going to pick who the Texans should draft entirely based on these things he actually wrote.
He's a little stiff in the hips. Ooh, they fall down hard and long.
And now, our unintentionally erotic big board.
Let's start off with the number one defensive tackle per his grade on NFL.com with a Lance Zerline write-up underneath it. Walter Nolan, defensive tackle for Ole Miss. Walter won't blow you away with his physical traits. Has the athletic talent to play into gaps. Can absorb double teams. And he's got below average extension. Well, he's not going to blow me away with his physical traits. Below average extension. Cool, you can absorb double teams, but
Yeah, no
you're out of here. Prospect 2. Mason Graham, Michigan. Will lose ground against double teams. Lack of length. Oh, God. It's rough for this guy. Makes it tougher for him to find quick wins. His extended effort and closing burst help get him home. So he's got the closing burst.
Okay, close.
Lateral quickness to penetrate the gaps. Doesn't seem physically possible, but okay. A slippery upper body. This is Nuru. Has trouble dropping a deep anchor. Yeah, these aren't sounding great.
No thanks. Yeah, I mean this was closer. Like there's some positives there. I can work with some of this, but no,
not the whole thing. All right, so we're out on the first two prospects. Derek Harmon, Oregon. Wide, long, naturally powerful at the point of attack. And can create traffic jams inside.
Okay.
As a two-gapper?
Whoa.
Jeez. See, that's all we got, but that's enough.
Yeah.
As far as unintentionally erotic lingo. Derek Harmon from Oregon is on our board. Up next from Ohio State, Tyleek Williams. Needs to focus on developing his hands to keep longer NFL guards from getting into him. All right, that doesn't sound good.
No.
Girthy lower body with big meaty hands, but he lacks length. So really, this is a guy with big hands and perhaps
But the hands aren't good.
No, they're not.
He's not good with these big hands.
He could, yeah. It seems like there are very few skills here, and of course, he's girthy but lacks length. We all know what that is. So we are out. Damn, this defensive tackle group. Not the best for the Texans, who definitely need a defensive tackle. The unintentionally erotic big board continues, based entirely off of things that Lance Zerline actually wrote at NFL.com, a family-friendly website. Kenneth Grant from Michigan's up next. Uses his power and length to split double teams when he finds the crease. Well, that's what you're looking for. Plays with tightness in lowers.
I don't like that.
I don't either. So we're out on Kenneth Grant. Texas A&M's Shamar Turner up next. Tweener measurables, but excellent musculation.
Is musculation a word?
No, I've never heard that before. But it doesn't show up as misspelled on my Google Doc.
Okay.
So, hurt by a lack of length, works to find rush openings with active hands and feet, lacks mass, and will get swallowed by double teams. All these guys sound like they're pushovers based off of this language entirely.
Yeah, based off of these excerpts of their profile.
The sexual excerpts from their profile. Yeah, I'm out on Shamar Turner. Out on him. TJ Sanders, South Carolina, usually gives better than he gets, per Lance Zierlein. Okay. A giver?
I can deal with that.
Blockers have a hard time keeping him sealed. That sounds a little dangerous. Play through power in his lower half opens pathways to the pocket. Gains full extension and reads the runner as a two-capper. I like this guy.
Yeah.
He gives better than he gets. We need more of that.
Yeah, the seal thing, whatever. But.
Joshua Farmer from Florida State. Thoughts and prayers to our friends at Florida State. Two-gapper who muddies the pocket. Ew. Creates early rush separation with heavy knee back, knockback blows. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, this is not great.
I'm underwhelmed.
Group.
I'm not whelmed.
Yeah, me neither. Alfred Collins from Texas. Premium length. Whoa.
There we go. Premium.
Leggy. Labored when working the edge. You know what? We're down enough on the draft board. We got to put some guys on it. I'm putting Alfred Collins in there.
Yeah. I mean, finally someone with length.
Yeah. It sounds like he can hook him for real. And the last up, Jamari Caldwell from Oregon. He's got broad hips and girth. Okay. Can eat blocks against double teams. Can hog gaps as a two-gapper. That sounds pretty good, too. Oregon's got some good defensive tackles.
Yeah.
So we got Derek Harmon on the board, TJ Sanders, Alfred Collins, and Jamari Caldwell. So we got 4 for this group of 10 defensive tackles.
Okay. I mean, it felt like we just didn't have any or no one at the top for a while. But yeah, 4 is about like what we get from each position group.
Generally. Someone from the 832. Girthy but lacks length is crazy. Like a tuna can.
All right.
Well, that does sound like
that is what tuna can. That's how you would describe tuna cans. Yes.
From the 281, wild is gay stuff. You're like 2% of the population and less of the listeners. Sir, this is Lance Zierlein, what he actually wrote about these prospects. And we think it's so ridiculous the amount of people that believe that they are NFL draft experts leading up to the draft. This is how we are putting together a big board. And honestly, we will probably be right about just as many of these players using this as a means to put guys on the list as everybody else. So lighten up, Francis.